What is going on, guys? Quick video today. We don't have any football reactions today. We don't have really much football until the UCL draw on Thursday. We do have United versus Grimsby Town tomorrow, so let's see how that goes. But I'm going to talk through today a couple teams that have really impressed me to start the season. You guys can let me know who's impressed you the most in the comments down below. This is not the final end-all list. Please don't get mad. Bro, didn't include this team. Bro, didn't... All right, you know what? I'm watching all the football that I can watch. I'm watching all the highlights that I can watch. We're going to start off with an honorable mention. My honorable mention is to Chelsea. Okay, Chelsea, I had my questions after week one, a team that I'm predicting to get second this season, and I think I saw what I needed to see last game. Man, West Ham is bad, but they lit it up. Joao Pedro looks so good. They did this without Palmer, who's supposed to be their main guy. Now everybody's like, oh, he's maybe not that good. No, I think Chelsea just have really good level players. This Esteval kid, man, that was such a nice take on, so rapid. To have that out wide, once they get the lap going a little bit, once they find their way. I think I have a lot of confidence in Enzo Maresca, and I have a lot of confidence, man. Caicedo and Enzo, starting the season where they left off last year, they just are so strong in that midfield. Look, it's early. I think Chelsea will get a trophy this season. You know, I'm not saying they're going to win the Premier League. I'm not saying anything, any crazy trophy, but Chelsea to me look good enough to win a trophy. Maybe I'm overrating them, but I've been impressed, especially last game. Just in terms of teams that impressed me the most, the flow of the game. I really liked what I saw. Even Sanchez last game was making some saves. I liked what I saw. Their flaw this season is going to be, can they keep the clean sheets? All right. Let's talk about the first team that has impressed me the most, and it's Arsenal. Arsenal, guys. Arsenal, I'm going to say this. I predict them in third place. I predicted them preseason that they will win a trophy somewhere this season. I'm not saying the UCL is out of the question. And people look at me like, yo, is this guy actually insane? Did he just say Arsenal come in the UCL? Arsenal is so freaking effective, man. The fact that they got out of Old Trafford with a win that game, it's impressive to me how effective this team is. 0 goals conceded now in 2 games. They really haven't given up too many clear-cut chances. I'm telling you right now, Gyökeres gets 2 goals. He gets a penalty, one of them, but the other goal was nice. Saka injury only is a couple weeks. Last game wasn't the most impressive out of really, wasn't the craziest game out of Madueke or Nweri, but man, Zubamendi turning out to be just a really solid signing for them. The defense is just locked down. Apparently, Arteta's bringing in Hincapie, who is one of the most goal-scoring set-piece players in the world from Leverkusen. So apparently they're linked with him. They're going to bring him in, have him as a flex left and center back. I mean, Eze, you got coming into this team. Look, I think Arsenal, man, I'm feeling really good about my top 3 Arsenal prediction. I know it's not unpopular, but they are just effective FC, man. They are going to give so many teams a tough time. A very hard team to beat. A very hard team to beat this season. I think Arsenal's key to their season ahead, not conceding first. This team is incredible when they go up in the game. I mean, the Gabriel Saliba-Raya duo, it's too much. So Arsenal, look, some people are going to be like, wow, did he just give credit to Arsenal? And do I want to give credit to Arsenal? No, because I don't love the style they play. But, man, effective FC. This team is here to play. Saka's going to be back. I've been seeing some people say, well, Saka's never going to be the same. But they've added pieces, though, man. They've added a lot of pieces. I think Gyökeres is going to prove himself. I don't think that's a one-game wonder. I really like the goal that he scored. The question mark with Arsenal, I think Odegaard also picked up an injury, so I don't know how long Odegaard's going to be out. You still have Ben White in and out and then look, we got to watch a game where Martinelli didn't play. And I'll tell you this, Max Dowman, watch out for him, maybe developing into a really, really special player. The next team, we're going to stay in the Premier League. Okay, and it's actually the second place team, guys, and it's a team that has shocked me to start the season, and I don't want to fall in this trap, but it's Spurs, all right? Their manager looks like he is preparing this team to know what the hell they're doing. All right, Frank has this team working in a different way. Now, is it an early stage in the season where you have the honeymoon phase with the manager, or is it a early stage in the season where Spurs have done this many years in a row? Not every year, but a lot of years they start off really good. Everyone's like, oh my God, I messed up with my Spurs prediction. They're always in the top 2, top 3, top 4 to start the season. But I'm telling you, this time it does look different. I mean, look, the Man City game, they controlled the game at their own pace. The signings they've made, Kudus is a freaking baller, man. Okay? Not to mention, you look at the way the team is lined up, and from what I have seen, Kulusevski is still not there. Udogi is still in and out with an injury. They have many players they've signed that have injuries. Obviously, Madison is kind of done for the season, and you have this question mark with Madison now. How healthy is he ever going to be? Because this is another serious injury for him now, which is unfortunate because bro is a baller. But I really like the way the team is playing. I've watched both of these Spurs matches. I know they had the meltdown against PSG, but that is still, for me, the best team overall in the world until they're not. You know, I know some people say Chelsea because they're world champions, or people will say maybe Barcelona, or I don't know. Maybe you say Arsenal, Liverpool. I still think PSG is the team to beat. I don't think they're playing at the level they were playing at last season, but I do believe they will get back to that level. I'm really impressed with Spurs. Okay, this one for me, a team that has only played one game, and it was all I needed to see to think, wow, yes, preseason, this was a team that I was predicting top 4 in the Champions League. Man, this team is looking crazy. Okay, they still don't have Davies, and they still don't have Musiala. If you did not watch the Bayern Munich match from the last weekend, Leipzig, a team that, you know, pretty much religiously will finish in the top 10, top 5 in the Bundesliga. Guys, they annihilated this team, all right? Luis Diaz looks like he has something to prove. He played perfection. Him and Kane look like they're freaking on the same wavelength. Okay, Olise might be contending for the best right wing in the world this season. He may actually get to the number 1 slot. He may outplay Yamal this season. He's looking insane. He was insane last season. All 3 of Kane's finishes incredible. And Gnabry, man, Gnabry looks like revitalized. I don't know, because Gnabry looked so bad the last 2 seasons, and now he's playing crazy in the 10 position, and he's stepping in for Musiala. So, look, you look at this lineup, Stanisic, such a good flex player to have. You still got Neuer there. You got Upamecano, who's been playing top 5 in the world level through the last season, in my opinion. You brought in Todd this season. Limer's filled the role at the right back position nice, and you still got to get Davies back. And then you have Kim Min-jae making that run. I tell you, I think this Bayern team, I'm not even questioning. This season, they will wax the Bundesliga. People have been acting like that's been happening every season. Not recently. It's been closer in the last couple of seasons. Even one of them, they didn't even win it. But I think Bayern's going to probably look to do a treble this season. Like, I think that's the goal the team is looking at. They're good enough to do it. Let's see how they do. Because Champions League-wise right now, this is a scary team to play. Very scary team. They look electric in the attack. I really like what I've seen out of this Bayern Munich team. And maybe they bring in more players. But look, team has been really impressive to me. I know it's only been one game. Just watching the flow of the team. All right, I know it's early in the season, but I'm talking about watching these teams and what they can do with the football. Bayern Munich have looked really, really scary. All right, huge shout out to Villarreal. Villarreal, guys, have 7 goals, none against in 2 matches, okay? Really solid start to the season. This is a little bit of a sleeper team. Let's see what this team can do in La Liga, because, to be honest, Atletico Madrid have been stinking it up to start the season. Terrible. 1 point out of 2 matches. I mean, at some point, if they don't start getting points soon, I think it's going to be a 2-team run this season in La Liga. I think it's going to be Barca and Madrid, and that's it. That's it. I don't think there's going to be that 3rd team with Atletico, but maybe Villarreal is going to be that sleeper team. I wanted to give them a shout out. They've been doing really well. I think this is my last team. Is this my last team? This is my last team. Okay. May come as a surprise to some people. Real Madrid. Yeah, I said it. And I think some people are going to be like, well, they still don't look that good. And I hear that. I agree with that too. They've looked better than I thought, though. Defensively, they've looked really improved to what I had personally expected. Now, they haven't really had a massive test yet, so we do need to see when they will play maybe in Atletico Madrid on Sunday, September 28th, maybe on the 14th when they play Sociedad. Let's see. They've got one more match until the international break, but I tell you, bro, I think once this team, maybe there's another player or two that gets into this side, you get Jude back from injury, this Rodrigo noise calms down at some point, Vinny finds his way in the squad. Look, Mbappe is playing at number 1 in the world level. You brought in Dean Huijsen and Carreras, which instantly in 2 matches, I've been so impressed with how good they look in 2 matches. Okay, because for me, Madrid, you saw it at the Club World Cup, they got pumped by PSG. Okay, this team has had some serious defensive problems. And attacks to that is that when they go out there with Mbappe and Vinny, a lot of times, especially last season, those two are walking around. Their defenders are not as good as they have been in previous seasons. I think they've strengthened that position. I think Xabi Alonso has this team more motivated. There's more instructions than there was with Ancelotti. I saw Mbappe running and pressing like crazy last game, so I see less of the walking. I've been really sold on this team. I think this team is going to give Barcelona a really hard time this season. I don't think Barcelona is going to be getting defeated by Real Madrid too much. But look, I think Real Madrid, I think is not a team that people are rating too highly with expectations this season. They have really impressed me through 2 matches. 2 really effective results, 3-0 and 1-0. I know people are going to say in the comments it could have gone the other way both times. I get it. But for me, from what I was expecting from Real Madrid to start the season, I have really liked it. So those are the 5 teams plus the shout out. Let me know who's impressed you guys the most through to the start of the season. Just want to mention a couple teams and do a video today. These are the teams that, for me, have been the most impressive to start this year's season. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.